Good morning everyone and welcome to my performance task on Healthy Me, our first performance task for the whole third grade. Now, as you all know, we started by studying each of the components of health. We went through mental health with different activities, emotional health, social health, spiritual health, environmental health, and physical health. Remember on that one we studied different body systems. Once we finished studying the components and in order for me to start working on my performance task, I decided to take my wheel, which all of you found in Seesaw, and start evaluating myself according to each of the parts of the wheel. So I started thinking about my mental health, about my positive thoughts, about how much I enjoy learning, and my little amount on mental hobbies. On my emotional health, I noticed that even though I was able to express and control myself and always say things in a very respectful way, my sense of fun was too little as well. When I went into the social, I know it was one of my strongest components. And on a spiritual, being principle, calm and peaceful and believing in something was quite balanced as well. On environmental, I saw also lots of balance. But when I get to my physical component, even though I took care of my diet, the amount of water and sleep, I noticed something very serious. I was not exercising enough. So, after speaking with my teacher, I observed that exercising, sense of fun, and mental hobbies were something I needed to work on. Of course, each of you is different, and you have to have that discussion with your teacher to see how many things are you going to work and which component are you going to focus on. Well, then, once I got that a little bit clearer, I started working on my healthy journal. You're going to be receiving it digital, and you can decide either to do it on computer or to print it and write on it. I spoke to my teacher about which actions can I take to make sure I got lots of fun, I exercise, and I have some mental hobbies. So I created a list of actions I was going to make every day, and I started writing everything in my journal. Every day I would take some minutes and say, okay, today I'm going to make something fun and different. And I went for it. And I took some pictures. Remember, if you cannot take any pictures, you're fantastic artists. And I also sometimes ask for help because exercising alone is not the most fun thing for me. So I asked somebody, a friend or family, to be with me and motivated me. So each day, I would feel every single action. How did it go? Did I like trying that? I didn't like it that much. And discovering new things in my life. As I wrote on the Healthy Journal, I started gathering different evidences. So, for example, I started hiking, which is something I really enjoy. And it's exercise, it's sense of fun, and observing nature is part of the mental hobbies nowadays I enjoy a lot. As well, one of my very favorite ones, you must be wondering where I'm taking everything from. I'll explain that in a sec. Observing nature. Since I'm such great on environmental component, I say, okay, why not making something fun out of it? And one of my favorite hobbies nowadays, I'm trying to find my evidence, reading, which is really, really useful when you think about mental hobbies and sense of fun. You work two things in one action, guys. In this performance task, we will show agency and ownership. How? Well, you already have collected by this moment, before presenting, all the actions on your Healthy Journal. You have taken pictures, you have gathered evidence, but evidence is not only pictures or drawings. It can as well be notes from friends or mails or from family, and they can be either in English or Spanish. So here I got a couple of notes. This one is from my best friend, Ella. When I first met Andrea, she hardly tried any new hobbies. Nowadays, she is a risk taker and tries different things. And my sister as well wrote something to me. Andrea used to make no exercise at all. Nowadays, she tries to include at least 2 or 3 days a week in her routine some yoga and some running. So, all of my evidences, I placed them in this Healthy Me box. And I wrote that I was going to work on mental hobbies, sense of fun. And I included different pictures that show the different activities I was going to practice. Having fun with my friends, hiking, making some rappel, running 10Ks. So I started to practice everything. And nowadays, here in this box, I will have my healthy journal, my pictures, my wheel, and everything ready to present it in my performance task. So, what's your challenge now? Your performance task will be filling in your own healthy journal once you have analyzed your will. And with those things, you're going to carry on some actions in the next days, taking notes on what have you done and keeping evidence from it. Your presentation can be on video, keynote, PowerPoint, anything, even a healthy box. Anything that will help you explain how have you changed and how right now you're being an example for your family, an example of agency, an example of change. You guys have the privilege of having this quarantine as your setting for this performance task. This performance task is life-changing, and it's inside of you the power to change your own self, to show your best possible version after analyzing this and working collaboratively with each of your classmates. Remember, you're not alone on this. We will make the change together.